Okay gang, welcome back to the channel. If you've seen the video on the VIP, I appreciate it. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. Alright guys, we jumping right into the next project. This 2004 Yamaha Vino 2-stroke. Yep, so let's do a walk around real quick so you guys can check it out, man. Alright, I picked this bike up, I want to say a little over a week ago now. And just like all the bikes I get, it was sitting beside a shed under a tarp. But yeah, check it out guys. This thing is good. It's dirty, but it's good. The plastics on this bike, being out in the sun for, I don't know, I guess since 2019, as the previous owner states, is really good. Alright guys, we have a headlight bezel missing. No big deal, we can order those. We got the battery cover missing, and the panel below the seat is missing. But guys, other than that, the bike is good. Now I showed you at the end of the last video the spark plug is missing, which is a little concerning, but not the end of the world. Check out our seat guys, it is very dry and crunchy. But the quarter panels are solid. It's got a couple little baby scratches on there, you know, nothing to cry about. Now you saw in the end of the last video that it has a GY 650cc engine cover on it, which is a little concerning because I hope it wouldn't ran like that, you know. I hope this thing has some compression. But yeah, the engine's not locked because after I noticed the plug missing, I had to come over here and check it. It's good, but that's far can't talk. That's far as I have tried to rotate the engine. Okay, get it together. All right, a muffler, it looks like a muffler. And our tire is pretty good, just like the front. I mean, still got some decent tread on it, and it's not dry rotted, which is surprising. All right, guys, got this hideous tail panel. I'm gonna have to replace this and try to figure out where I can get that different light with the amber sides for the signals. Got to delete on this. That's just hideous. All right, guys, move around to the other side real quick. Just notice we got our broken signal light, you know. I don't know what it is about Zumas and broken signal lights, because you guys remember I fought with the orange one with the signal lights forever. Actually, just noticing this is the same style that's on the orange Zuma, the 50F. All right guys, this side quarter panel is, man, perfect. I mean, very little scratching on it. Well, there's a couple there, but I think that probably came from the tarp. That might buff out. All right guys, check that out. Athena. Now I did a little bit of research because I don't know much about 2-strokes, but I think Athena makes CVT kits and bore kits. So I don't know if that's an aftermarket cylinder or not. We'll figure it out. We definitely want to bust that case open and look at it. But yeah guys, look at this side. I mean, I can't complain. This thing is mint, you know. The floorboard's a little dry and the leg shield's a little dry, but I think it all will come back around real nicely guys. But yeah, I mean, it's all here. I can't even complain. Even got a key, the original key. So man, check that out. All right, but check it out guys. You know, at the end of the video, I already started ordering parts. You already saw the front engine cover. I got the side engine cover for the right hand side. I got a new battery tray, and I got the panel that goes under the seat above the battery tray. Now, these three parts here came from Scooter Tuning CA. They sent a bunch of stickers. This one here came from Dro Sports. Right there, Dro Sports. All right guys, well, I'm just going to jump right into this thing. I'm going to go ahead and take off the seat bucket and quarter panels, and let's get down and take that head off and make sure that cylinder is not full of dirt, and we actually got a piston in there still. So all right guys, I'll tune you right back in. About to jump right into this thing. All right, let's get the luggage rack off. I want to say real quick, shout out to each and every last subscriber. Thank you guys for commenting, liking, and you're really helping the channel out. You're keeping me motivated and wanting to keep doing these things. But Yeah, also, if you're trying to join the Scooter Rehab Facebook group, guys, you got to answer the questions. The administrator Facebook, the AI in Facebook, is in complete control of letting people in the group most of the time, because guys, I drive truck for a living, so I can't really answer or, you know, approve people to get in the group while I'm out on the road. So please answer the questions. If you don't, it will not let you in. So let's get this thing apart. All right, got the parts off, the quarter panels and the seat and seat bucket. Seat bucket was only 4 10mm bolts, 2 on each side of here, and 1 here and 1 there. That was straight off. But first I had to take off the rear tail panel here, and it was, what was they? There's 2 screws. I think they were bolted into the quarter panel. Yeah, 2 screws on the side. I'll show you. It's a screw here and a screw there, bolted into the quarter panels, and the quarter panels had a screw back here on each side, and I think, yeah, there was one right up here in the middle too. So all right, check it out. This thing is Dostay. Let's see, it's the carburetor. Ooh, yeah, it moves, but if you watched the last video, you know, just because it moves don't mean it won't get hung open, because I don't know if you guys remember, that sucker almost went straight through the wall right there. Still got a dent in it. But yeah, it is very, very dusty under here, guys. And I'm trying to look at the cylinder to see if I can see any identifying marks as it being changed. All I can see is it says Yamaha. Let's get a little light. Y2 Yamaha on the base of the cylinder. Was that 7? No, Y2. Y-2. So, yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's factory or not, guys. But yeah, let's check out our carburetor that we got here, because as you guys know, everything that I touched that's been sitting out in the desert, abandoned, all the carburetors leak. So let's check it out, make sure they're the same. I got this off of Amazon for like, what, 27, 28 bucks. I mean, I can just use this thing as parts and rebuild the original, but it don't really matter, because all of this is probably going to get changed out for performance parts at some point. So looking at the carb, guys, yeah, I see the oil line, I guess, where the oil injection goes, and everything else looks the same. The throttle blade or the throttle connections look the same. Ooh, that cover came off. Alright, it has 2 holes for the throttle cable. I mean, it all looks the same, so that's cool. Real cool. Alright, guys, got some tubes sitting here. It looks like a vent tube, and it's running to the back. I don't know if that goes to the tank or not, but alright, let's go on this other side real quick and look at that. Okay, now I don't know if it has oil in it or not, because I didn't know it had this tube that went all the way down here. So the old guy said he didn't. It is oil in there. He told me he didn't use oil. The tank, maybe he stopped and this oil has just been in there. You can see if you can shake it, guys. Yep, see it? See it moving in there? It's almost full. So all right, here's what it is. I'm not going to use that. I'm probably just going to delete the oil tank and do a premix. So all right, guys, this side of the bike, it's just very dirty, and I'm trying to see if I see that spider, man, because those spider webs did not run down. See, they on this side too. See the spider webs? He's in here somewhere, because that wasn't like that when I put it in here. So trying to be careful not get bit by no black widow today. Now looking at the bottom of the gas tank, I don't know, is that what is that, fuel pump? Looks like there's like a removable bowl on the bottom of that thing. Maybe like a sediment bowl. I'm assuming. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and pop the head off, and let's look in that cylinder. So I'm really curious to see how much dirt is in there. Hopefully not a lot. All right, guys, let's take the 10 millimeters off first.
Under pressure, no more time. Can we make a move? Overthinking, you and I. What do we have to lose? 'Cause I'm wasting all my time.
Okay, gang, got the head off, and man, right off the bat, I'm seeing some concerning things. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's marks like something went up in there. It's really chewy around this corner here and scratched up. Look like something got whacked right there pretty hard. And on the head I see what's that? YMT Y9. I don't know what that means. Is this factory or not? You guys let me know in the comments. See that little bit of dirt right there in the end of the cylinder? That looks to have fallen down in there fresh from what I was taking the head off just now. But that looks like a 49cc if I ever seen one. So maybe the Athena parts is not the cylinder. So hopefully it's a CVT. Hopefully somebody just didn't get a sticker and put it on there. All right, guys, I'm gonna wipe that out and clean this head off. And we're just gonna do the old finger test to see if we got any compression. I'm gonna just spin the fan by hand. Okay, gang, I wiped the cylinder out, and here it looks great. I don't see any scarring on this side. I'm gonna try to look from the bottom and look at the top of the cylinder, but man, there's nothing alarming. So I don't understand what happened to the head. Maybe the tip of the spark plug came off, but there's no, the cylinder is not beat up, or the piston's not beat up on the top. I don't know, but let me see. Let's try to rotate this sucker. I need a light that can stay in one position. All right, let's try to hand rotate the piston down. See, does it move? Yep, it's moving. And the cylinder still looks good. Just a little bit of dirt right there. Let me grab that. Let me grab my rag. There's microfiber in there real quick and wipe that out. Come on. It is hard trying to record with one hand and work with the other one. All right, yeah, that's good. Now on the exhaust port, I don't see anything concerning. Yeah, let's see what the piston make a full up and down. Now the top of that piston looks good, so it deepens the mystery as to what happened to the top of the cylinder head. I don't know, but guys, it moves. Now I don't know if the rings are any good, so let's pop off this head gasket, and I'm gonna put a little bit of the copper gasket spray on there. Head gasket in the can, and I'll clean this head up real quick. I'm gonna get a little wire brush and clean that up. All right, gang, I was cleaning up the head and got my first bit of disappointment, man. Check out the threads. The threads on the spark plug hole are, I don't know if you can see it or not, but they are stripped out, man. Look like he used all the ugga-duggas when he was putting this sucker on. There's a ATV shop, well, motorsport shop down the street. It should be open in a few minutes. I'm gonna run down there and see if they got another head, and also see if they got a spark plug, because I don't have one this big. All right, guys, I'll tune you back in as soon as I get back. All right, no bueno. They didn't have a new head, but he showed me where I could find a brand new one on eBay for like 15 bucks. But I did buy the spark plug, and man, it fits in there, and it feels like I probably can tighten it just enough for it to seal. I guess we're gonna go ahead and give it a try, and I'll order that new head.
3 days days later.
I decided to wait until the head came in, guys, and here it is there. You can see, put it side by side, it's much smaller than the one that was on there. So I don't know if this one, it says YMT on it. I don't know if it's original or not, but hey, I ain't gonna worry about it because we just want to see if it has compression and will it run. Because after that, probably going to go down the rabbit hole of doing the bore kit. But look, it matches the cylinder in size and everything. Oh, that's crazy, man. Okay, I removed the gas tank because it had some chunkiness inside. You can hear it. That's a little bit of the float you're hearing, but yeah, I poured some carb cleaner in there and it's been soaking for the last 3 days. So I'm gonna go ahead and pressure wash this, and I want to go ahead and pressure wash this bike because we need to get rid of that spider. He ain't done. He's still in here. I knocked that web out and he came right back. So he's still up in there somewhere. So let's go ahead and put this thing together and get it outside and get it cleaned up. All right, let me correct myself here real quick. Earlier I said this port was for the automatic oiler. Well, it's not. That's vacuum line. This is the line for the automatic oiler. All right, and that's the fuel. So gotta correct myself real quick. Going to clean out the fuel tank too while we got it over here. Now I've already pulled out the fuel pump, and it could use a good cleaning. Might just throw that thing over an ultrasonic cleaner after I remove that bowl and see what's in there. But yeah, this gas in here is varnish. It's beyond varnish. It's turning into coal. Check out the fuel sending unit. Ew. I mean, man, there's chunkies all over this. Get this float out. I don't even want to touch this crap. Alright, if I can get that out without breaking it. It's probably has swollen up, sitting there for freaking decades. Alright, let me put the camera down real quick and try to get that out without breaking it. And we're going to pour the contents into that pan and let's see what it looks like. Alright, got the float out, so let's see what nastiness we're working with. There's the float right there. Ew. See if I can get some of these chunks out. You guys sit right there and don't go nowhere. See if I can get some of these chunks out. I can hear it bouncing around something. Can I see it? Nope. There we go. We got some chunks coming out now. That is disgusting. Don't know what that is. Bouncing around in the tank. But alright. I'm going to go ahead and try to get whatever that is in there out. It's bouncing. I can't even see it. It's so dark in there. But yeah, I'm going to try to get that out and go ahead and pressure wash the whole bike now. Well, you probably can see a little bit. The tank is a little cleaner. It's still a little grody in there, especially probably around the walls inside, but oh well. But the bike, on the other hand, came out really clean. A little cleaner than the Vino came out, man. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this thing sit here for a couple hours and dry out, and we'll take it in the shop and blow it out and see if we got any spark.
A few moments later.
I'm back, ran over to AutoZone and picked up a gallon of this Berryman Chem Dip Carburetor Parts Cleaner. So what I'm going to do is just pour it right into the gas tank, and I'm going to just let that sit for, I guess, a whole day. Tank is full. It's about 3 inches from the top, so I'm gonna let that soak overnight, or at least for the next 7-8 hours. Then I'm gonna come flip it over. I'm gonna put a cork in it, of course. I had some Berryman's Chem tool that I use in my ultrasonic cleaner. You know, that stuff is actually used. I cleaned the last carburetor with it, but I put the gas cap in there, and look at it. I mean, it wasn't that dirty. But yeah, I'm gonna let the gas cap sit in there overnight. All right, while the fuel tank and the fuel cap is soaking, let's go ahead and just remove the carburetor and go ahead and switch that out for a brand new knockoff, whatever brand it's supposed to be. Good, everything works. So for the Harbor Freight real quick, we need to get some wire and some connectors for the batteries. I gotta see what gauge this is real quick so we can try to spin this thing over. Well, I decided to go ahead and strip the plastics off before I ran out the door because they are going to get painted anyway. You know, not the blue parts, I'm gonna buff those, but the black and the gray parts, since they're dry rotted and sun faded, and really are not going to match our brand new plastic. Yeah, I'm just going to satin black those. But another reason I'm glad I took the plastics off, I found our spider, guys. You see him hanging there? That is a black widow. Not a big guy, but he don't have to be big to be deadly. That was his home right there. Got him. Well, gang, I just pulled the fuel cap out of the carb cleaner that's been sitting in all night, and it's free. But check out what it did, dude. It's straight it peeled all the words off. That's okay, because the lock and unlock is self-explanatory. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it, but I just thought, dang man, look at that. Like I put paint stripper on it. All right, man, I'm gone. All right, when I took off the exhaust, I noticed this thing had a fart sniffer box, you know, small crap. So I went ahead and removed that. That was sitting there, and it ran to where the air box is supposed to sit. I'm gonna have to go ahead and plug up that piece there, weld it or something. But nope, won't be going back on this bike. So, all right guys, I'll see you back in a second. All right, I'm back with the electricals. Go ahead and make some connections for the battery. I do not have a fusible link or fuse link for this smaller wire here, which is supposed to have, but I'm gonna cross fingers and hope we don't burn the shop down. Well, you see the wiring is all done, all shrink wrapped and soldered and everything with the ends on them. Decided to just go ahead and get off my lazy tail and go get a fuse link, you know, do it once. And while I was there, I got a brand new battery. So this is a Never Start AMG Sport, but instead of being ready to go, I got to take this sucker and put the acid in, or enzymes, or whatever you want to call it, in the battery myself. So yeah, that's how they get you to save what, 40-50 bucks, but it is what it is. Saving is a saving. So all right gang, check it out. Just got the I'm assuming it's distilled water because it said distilled on the little tubes. But yeah, just put it in there, and guys, it's already got power. 12.79 volts, so almost 13 volts. All right, well, I guess we're just gonna slap it in here. We still might have to put a little charge on it, I don't know. All right, got the battery all in and wired up, so let's get ready to turn the key. You know what, let's turn this fan down a little bit so you guys can hear better. There we go. My bad. Alright, so let's turn the key and see what we got. Lights up there. I can't see nothing. Short dude problems. Nothing? Okay, well, let's try the horn. No horn. Is the horn even hooked up? We did spray everything. Maybe we got a bad connection. It's moving around a little bit. Nothing. How about signals? Oh, we got signals. Got the right side leaking up front. Oh, blinking in the back. Dang, man. That flasher is loud. Looks like we're gonna need a rubber to hold a flasher. Alright, let's try the other side. Yep, we're blinking on that side. Let's check the back. Well, we dangling in there blinking. Hanging and blinking. Alright guys, so it's on the run now. Where's that beeping noise? Oh shoot. My odometer turning off. Alright, so let's see. Let's grab this spark plug and see if we got spark. We might as well just go straight for it. Find out what we need to find out. I shouldn't have put that on the cover on the engine yet. Shoot, because I got nothing to ground it to. Ground it to itself maybe? I don't know. Oh, what other choice we got? Hope you guys can see that. Try to turn the spark plug so you can see and I can see. Alright, I hit the switch. And we got, oh, we got spark. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let me see. I can move the camera over. This magnetic base is strong. Okay guys, we got spark. I'm gonna have to work with this gap. This spark plug must have been dropped. Alright, check it out. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we got excellent spark. Alright, so let me get the spark plug in. I gotta look up and see what the spark plug gap is because that's been dropped. That's way too close. But turn that thing on. That is annoying. Alright gang, I'm gonna take the tape off and pop the cork on this bad boy. And we're gonna see what comes out of this tank. You know it's gonna be gross. Now I shook it up real good to try to get anything that was still stuck a little bit loose. You can see it looks like a cappuccino foam on top. Alright guys, I'm gonna set you right here. Don't fall in the bucket. I don't have insurance. I'm not responsible for you. Alright, here it comes. That is dark. Shake it up a little bit. Make sure we're getting it all. And that looks like a Guinness stout. That's exactly what it looks like, Guinness stout. Alright, I didn't see any chunkies or anything. Bring you guys up here and, well, I don't know if you guys can see, but you know what? Let me go get a flashlight and we'll check it out because you know what guys? It looks 1000% better. Let me go get you a flashlight and I'll tune you right back in. Alright guys, got the flashlight and look in there now, man. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was chunky. Now it's still a little bit of debris, but it's all loose. It's all loose. Just turn and look at this back side real quick. You see, you still can see a little stuff in there, but everything is loose now. So I went ahead and picked up a big old can of brake clean. So let's go ahead and take off the float and the fuel pump. We'll clean those out real good too, and spray this brake clean in there and try to clean out the rest of those little chunkies, and I think it's gonna be good, guys. I think this tank is gonna be good. All right, I'll turn you right back in. Check out the fuel float sending unit, float level, what do you want to call it? And it's way cleaner. Remember how nasty that was? That was completely disgusting. Still got a little rust flakes or barnacles, what do you want to call that crap, stuck to it right there. I'm gonna scrape that off and hit it with the brake clean. And I actually now got to go magnet fishing because I dropped one of the bolts for this sucker down in the bucket, but oh well. Okay gang, check out the filter on the fuel pump. I mean, I can see through it now, couldn't before. We're gonna clean that up, take this fuel pump apart, and we're just gonna try to reuse it for right now. Now guys, I found out what that noise was in the tank clanking around. I remember I thought it was maybe the float tapping, but it wasn't. But all right, check it out, here it comes. If I can get it out. Big old rock. Isn't that crazy? I guess they were trying to clean this tank out a long time ago. They probably thought that was rust, not knowing that was just varnished gas. So all right, I still got some cleaning to do. I'll tap you guys back in. All right gang, well the fuel tank came out pretty good. I mean, look at it, it's nice down in there. Ooh, almost fell. All right, let me turn you guys back in real quick. Oh shoot, the screen is dirty. Hold on, got something in the face. Better. All right guys, the gas tank is back in. It's plumbed into the carburetor. I got the vacuum off so we can fill the bowl when we get some fuel in it, because it's empty right now. Now I went and got this Maxima Racing Oils Super M High Performance Engine Oil Smokeless Synthetic Blend Ester Formulator, 33.8 fluid ounces, actually 1 liter. So that's what I got, but I forgot to get the gas, so I'm going to go ahead and go get some fuel now, get some petrol to mix with that. Now the automatic oiler, I took it all the way off guys. It's sitting over there on the ground. Went ahead and deleted on that, and the line that comes to the tank and the line that goes to the carb, I just looped them together. Is that how you're supposed to do it? I doubt it. Is that how I'm going to do it? Yeah, absolutely. So let me go get some fuel guys. Well, first I'm gonna slip this exhaust back on, which I plugged up the EGR valve with a threaded bolt. I actually found one that was the right size, and it just threaded itself right down in there, so that should be fine. All right, I'm gonna put this back on and we're gonna get some fuel. We're gonna mix it up and we're gonna try to fire this thing up. Show you guys how I plugged up my automatic oiler line that goes into my carburetor. Now that is one of these solder stick connections and a stud that you weld on to your car for pulling dents sticking right out of it. Oh man. Yep, is that the way you're supposed to do it? Absolutely not. Is that the way I'm going to do it? Absolutely. Is it a permanent fix? Only time will tell. Okay gang, got the fuel all mixed up and in the tank. I got it at 32:1 ratio. That's what I looked up just now and found out a lot of guys run 32:1, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, and check it out, the gas cap goes back on and it locks now. That's cool beans. So let me just put my mouth sucker on the fuel pump tube and see if I can fill the bowl up real quick.
Give me a second. My mouth is in work in progress.
All right, I don't see no leaks. Let's get out and go. Battery hooked up, yep. Turn the key. Turn off that annoying blinker. I don't think this thing has an accelerator pump, but all right, let's see what it does. Is it running? It's smoking. Smoking like a banshee. Just like how the Vino did when I first crunked it. Do a little gas. My idle sounds a little low. I do not know how to adjust the idle. Oh, I see it. Shut it down. Oh, that's what kicked on. Air compressor. I say it started sounding funny. The air compressor kicked on. Well, guys, there we have it. There, man. It is a runner. Sounds pretty good. Let me see if I can fire right back it up without that air compressor. Oh, right up. Let's do that one more time. Well, there it is there, guys. My first running two-stroke Yamaha Zuma, guys. It's been a long time searching for this bike. When I found the orange Zuma, I thought I had a two-stroke until I got it home. Like I said, I didn't know much about them, so I got home. I was disappointed finding out it was a four-stroke, but you know, we made the best of it. The GY6 swapped that thing. But man, guys, oh man, I am happy, I'm stoked, I'm excited. I have no words right now. Okay, give me a second to get over the excitement. I'll tune you right back in. Alright, I've calmed down. You see it's smoky in here. I had to get the revvies out of me real quick. I wanted to hear that thing sing. Alright guys, I think the next thing I'm going to do now is clean up my huge mess I got over here on the lift and the floor and the table. And we're just gonna put the seat on it. We're gonna spin a block real quick. Well, gang, the heck with cleaning the shop right now. It's gotta wait, man. I've been waiting 2 weeks to hear this bike run, and it's running. I'm about to clean this seat, and I'm gonna get my butt right on out there in the wind and see what this Yamaha Zuma life, two-stroke life is about. So, yep, that's what we're doing. I'll see you guys out in the alley. This is disappointing, guys. 15 miles per hour. 20. It just bogs down every time I hit the gas. Might have to go put the air box on. Well, gang, that was disappointing. I think I had to feather it to get it to go to 20, but I think it has everything to do with this air box not being on. Now, I had put the little elbow on there with the little pod filter. That made it act a little better, but you know, it is what it is, guys. Yeah, this is what I had on it right here. This is the stock little elbow that came off the carb, and I had this little pod filter, but I noticed it kind of flooded out with that on, so I pulled it off, then it got worse. So I don't know, we're gonna hobble cobble this thing back together. I don't know how it goes. Well, yeah, I do. Look, it's two little dots right there to tell me where to line it up at. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna wait till the sun go down. It's hotter than the devil's boom boom room in here, and then I'm gonna come back out and we're gonna try to tune on this thing a little bit more and see can we get a better ride later on in the morning. Well gang, if you guessed that I'm the type of guy that can't sit on his butt the rest of this day waiting for the sun to go down to get a good ride in, you guessed right. I'm going to clean all this old tape adhesive off real quick. I have some Gorilla Tape. Not like that crap they had on here before. And we're just going to cover this little crack. And I'm going to try this one more again. If it don't go do-do-do-do-do-do, then I'm going to take my butt in the house and we'll come back out here when it's a little cooler. So let me take this up and see you guys back in the alley for another run. Okay gang, I went ahead and hobble-cobbled the factory airbox back on. So I guess let's get back out here and see if it does any better, because that was disappointing. Alright, see you in the alley. Well guys, I think that took care of our problem. Back here in the alley, and the ride over here felt real good. So let's do this uphill run. 10 miles, 15, 20. 25. Almost got to 30, but this is uphill, so let's go on to the top. All right, going downhill. We're already at 20, 25, 30. 35. 38. 39. Hit 40. All right guys, we're gonna give it a flat ground test real quick. That turned out to be a real good run yesterday guys. The bike got better and better as I kept driving it. So all right, today what we're going to do guys, we're going to wash down the rest of these plastics and go ahead and give it the little heat treatment with the torch to kind of bring back that shine. But everything needs a bath first, so that's what we're going to get started. All right, since now all the panels are washed, we'll run over it with the torch. Just a little heat, not trying to burn a hole in this thing. All that's basically doing is just slightly melting the surface, you know what I'm saying, and it gives a little bit of a sheen back. But I'm thinking that I'm just still, after I do this, I'm going to just go ahead and paint it, because I want a nice uniform color all the way through, and this kind of leaves little blotchy spots. Kind of done it over there already. So all right, let's go ahead and get this done. Let's do a quick comparison. Now here's the brand new panel against that panel. It's not bad. I mean, they're kind of close in sheen, but we're going to go to floorboard next. That way you really can see how close it is. But now the reason I'm going to go ahead and paint the panels is because you can kind of see the torch marks where I got a little bit too much heat in it. That's why I say I might have to go ahead and paint it, because I already was thinking it would do this. So all right guys, let's start on the floorboard, and then we'll finish up the rest of the panels, and then we'll spray some stuff. right, check out that contrast. It's much better. All the panels are done now. All right, going to start buffing up on these blue panels. They're not going to be perfect, guys, because this is I don't know what kind of paint this is, but it doesn't buff well. This oxidized stuff stays oxidized. They shine a little bit. Decided to go ahead and polish up this old CVT cover. Looks good for my angle, guys. Well, guys, big old disappointment. There was no Athena parts on the bike whatsoever. Just stickers. You know, I kind of guessed it by the stock exhaust, this little 50cc piston, but hey, can't help being hopeful, right? Got a pleasant surprise on my way out the door yesterday. The seat cover that I ordered decided to show up early. So I got my staple gun out and my staples, and we're just gonna flip this thing over and put it on right over top of the old one. Check it out, man. It came out great. Yep, came out way better than when we did the Vino. You know, it was a learning lesson. I put that 3M glue on the Vino and then had the fight of my life. Yeah, man, it's nice and tight. Got a little waviness right in here, but that's just straightened out over time. But, all right, guys, I'm gonna slide it on the back and we're gonna slide down the block real quick. All right, gang, check it out. There it is, man. The finished product came out okay. Now the paint didn't buff up as good as I thought it was. It just didn't do right. We got some spots like here where the pigment in the paint is completely gone. Most of these surfaces here probably were in direct sunlight and just didn't come out as good. But overall, man, from what it started out as to what it's looking like now, spin it to the side. It looks real good. Yep, looking really good. Now check it out, guys. Now you see the signal lights are gone. I went ahead and integrated them into the sides. So I ordered the lens covers, the amber lens covers to go over there. So check it out. We got the right blinky thing. I mean left blinky thing. And we got the right blinky thing. Everything on this bike works, guys. Headlights, tail lights. I mean, everything. Now, it is still smoking just a little bit, but I think that's oil that's got trapped inside the engine case. So it's burning off. It's not as bad as it was. We got tail light. Brake light. We got warning our bulbs on for high beam, I think, and low beam, so they're both working. And yeah, guys, I'm happy, man. So if you like the video, please throw a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And guys, I'll see you on the next one. We're gonna continue to build on this bike, but for right now, we're just gonna enjoy it. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next one.